Year-round breast cancer awareness and treatment is of the utmost importance. Even though October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the importance of this goes obviously year-round. Janet Kramer is here, and Janet, you are with the Erlanger Center for Breast Health. You are not only an oncology nurse, but you are a breast cancer survivor,
Yes,
so
sir,
the story
I am.
hits close to home.
It is.
Tell me briefly your story.
I'm actually 16 years out from my diagnosis. I felt a lump on a breast self-exam because
Right.
this was my job at the time. So I did a lot of community education on the importance of breast health, which is a self-breast exam, clinical breast exam, and annual mammography,
How often for the self-breast exam?
monthly.
Monthly?
Yeah.
How often for the next one?
Clinical breast exam, every 3 years,
Every 3
every
years.
1 to 3 years.
And the mammograms every year without fail.
Annual. They're lately, the last couple of years, the National Task Force has come out and changed recommendations. So you may see recommendations where they say every 2 years, but we
No.
locally still advocate for annual.
Sure. Why do you think a lot of women are hesitant to have the yearly mammogram?
Well, it's an inconvenience, and then I think it's real easy to just buy into the story that it's so painful and it hurts. And when you visually think about a mammogram and the actual squishing of your breast
Sure.
tissue, it does sound like a very painful procedure.
Right.
But it is, we cannot prevent breast cancer at this point. So the goal is to find it at the earliest possible point and increase the risk for survival.
Those few minutes of inconvenience and discomfort could add years to your life.
16.
Are you all seeing a big increase in the number of women who are stepping up for the annual breast exams during the month of October?
Yes, and that's why we've taken the stance. Let's promote this all year long. October, your volumes spike,
Sure.
and then they fall off after that. And it's really, you don't have to come in October. The waits are longer, harder to get into.
Right.
So make it in January, February, March in the slower months. We just want to make sure that once a year you schedule your mammogram. We're calling it your mammiversary.
Yeah, mammiversary.
Your
very good.
mammiversary.
I know a couple of women who have used the excuse that there are so many appointments already on the books during October, I'm going to wait. And then you get into November with Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year, and it's easier to keep pushing that back.
It is.
Don't
it is.
do it.
And the goal with Mammiversary is, grab a couple friends, grab your best friend, grab your sisters, make it a day. We see women come in the breast center, and there's a group of 2 or 3. They knock out their mammograms, and then they go shop or go to lunch.
Yeah,
So
sounds like a plan. We're going to have you back over the coming weeks, Janet. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming down and
Thanks for
joining us.
having me.
Listen, this is nothing to fool around with, ladies. Men, make the women in your life go get the mammogram, set up the mammiversary, buy them lunch somewhere. You can find out more by calling 778-MAMMO, 778-MAMMO.